Well, TLDR, first weekend of 2024, pretty successful, I must say. But let's get to my low, my high, my kindness before I get into the real meat and potatoes of what I would like to talk about today. So, first things first, my low. Well, still snow on the ground, still cold outside. Roads are better by a lot comparatively to Saturday. But, yeah, unfortunately now we're going to have to, for the next few months, you're going to have to be worried about what time we leave to go to our next destination if we got to worry about the weather. But, welcome to upstate New York. But, let's see, my high, well, let's see, I learned how to play a new card game. It's called Scat. And, no kidding, first time I played yesterday ever, and I actually almost won. I didn't win though. Which is a real shame too, because if I won, I would have won $27. I don't know. I got close though. Next time. And also, again, I had dinner with very wonderful people. I mean, I've been talking about how wonderful these people are for like the last couple months now. But, it feels like the last couple months, even though it's probably been maybe 1 month. The point is that I had a very lovely evening with some wonderful people, and at the end of the day, what more could you really ask for? So, I thought, again, this weekend, rather successful. Not to mention, I'll get to this in a minute, but the Bills won, and my Cowboys won. Yes! Cowboys number 2 seed. We got a home playoff game. It is awesome. Can't wait. The Bills also got a home playoff game. And yeah, I know, it's like I always said. If the Bills are not going to be the number 1 seed, let them please be not below Kansas City. Because I think the Bills can win in Baltimore. However, Kansas City, I don't know. But that's I gotta worry about that. The Dolphins, actually, I'll look at the playoff picture in a minute. Let me finish my low, high, active kindness portion of this video. Well, my act of kindness was I brought things to the dinner I went to. Brought a couple bottles of champagne, a bag of, okay, if you've ever had Lay's fried pickle and ranch chips, oh my God, they're amazing. And, I brought that stuff, but I also made garlic bread for the spaghetti dinner I was at. And, not to brag, but my garlic bread was quickly devoured by everyone. There were people eating it before we were allowed to eat dinner. Apparently I'm that good. The only real thing though, and I should have known this when I first started making it, but, cause I was at someone else's house, and therefore, I didn't feel comfortable, adjusting their oven. But next time I'm gonna make sure that if I do make garlic bread there again, I'm gonna make sure that the oven rack is a little bit higher. Cause that's clearly in some ovens, the heat either comes from the top or the bottom. This heat was clearly coming from the bottom. So I'll know that for next time. But yeah, it was an otherwise extremely good weekend. First weekend of 2024. Very much successful. Now, let's get into all the NFL picks that I got right and wrong. So, I was a little bit worried because I was 0-2 going into the day. And I would immediately become 0-3 because the Titans won. But I was right about the Lions. I was right about the Saints. I was right about the Jets. So I would base back to 3-3. I was right about the Buccaneers, so 4-3. I would then be wrong with the Bengals. That's 4-4. Right about the Packers, 5-4. Right about the Cowboys, 6-4. Right about the Raiders, 7-4. But the Giants winning. Okay, Giants. I think someone from the Giants heard what I said about them yesterday. I'm like, no, we're gonna beat the Eagles. So that makes it 7-5. Seahawks winning 8-5. Rams winning 8-6. And I was right about both the Bills and the Chiefs winning. So that's 10-6. Making my overall NFL pick record for the regular season 171-101. That's pretty good. I think it might even be better than last year's. But, we got wild card weekend. And actually, there's a few things going on this week. I got the State of My Being address tomorrow I gotta do. Well, it's a good thing I'm gonna have all day to prepare for it. So, we'll just have to see. Okay, so, not that, the NFL playoff picture. So, I know my Cowboys are playing the Packers at home. That I know. Okay. So right now, in both conferences, the 7th seed are the Steelers and the Packers. The 6th seeds are the Dolphins and the Rams. The 5th seeds are the Browns and the Eagles. The 4th seeds are the Texans and the Buccaneers. The 3 seeds are the Chiefs and the Lions. The 2 seeds are the Bills and the Cowboys. And the 1 seeds, which both have byes this weekend, are the Ravens and the 49ers. Okay. Now that that's taken care of and out of the way, folks, it's here. The first One Piece Manga Chapter of 2024. Well, granted, scans of this chapter have been out for a few weeks now, but I'm going with the official release whenever I do these videos on the official site where the official translation is on vismedia.com or on viz.com. I always put a link to each chapter in the description of my videos down below if you want to read it yourself. And last manga chapter I read in 2023, I left that chapter crying. I thought Kuma's flashback was quite literally the best flashback I read, probably this entire series. And I've seen a lot of good flashbacks, man. Fisher Tiger's flashback, Trafalgar Law's flashback, Kozuki Odin's flashback, but Kuma's. Let me tell you something. You know what? It's funny. A friend of mine, remember I said did the nicest thing for me, yesterday in yesterday's video. Later yesterday, she said that they don't make any more like me. Well, let me tell you something. There is never going to be another fictional character more deserving of the word saintly than Bartholomew Kuma. I can assure you of that. So, now that the pleasantries are taken care of, we have a One Piece Manga chapter to read. So, One Piece, well actually, I'm looking at the cover. This is actually a very good cover spread, by the way. And it's ooh, okay, I get why. Okay. So, for those of you who don't already know, it's the Year of the Dragon for both Japanese and Chinese culture. And that's why Oda drew the title card the way it is. Which is actually quite nice. I mean, look, it's Ichiro Oda. To say that he's, an artist is a bit of an understatement because he's drawn some very beautiful things. And this is actually honestly, the only reason why I don't really look at the cover spreads that often is because, well, sometimes they tell a story. Well, this one doesn't tell a story. But, okay, I gotta get going. But this is a very good cover spread. So, actually, let me bring this up for, I'll put this down right here. Okay, so. One Piece Chapter 1103. I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is a scene from earlier before everything that's happening right now. After Bonnie looked in Kuma's memory bubble. So Bonnie saw everything. Okay, Vegapunk is sad that Tiny Girl was promised to Kuma. Bonnie reverted to her actual normal self. Remember, thanks to Bonnie's age fruit, she can actually manipulate her age. In actuality, she's only 12 years old. So she's back to being 12 years old again. Oh. That's so sweet. I like that hug. That's a good hug. Okay. Oh, cool. Kuma left a gift for Bonnie for her 10th birthday. A sapphire necklace, shaped like the sun. I mean, in a way it makes sense. It's that Bonnie had sapphire scales, which would have killed her if she was out in the sun. But, again, it's also for the sun god Nika. Okay. That's very beautiful. That's very nice. Although, honestly, considering that Bonnie almost died of sapphire scales, I would think I'd never want to see sapphires ever again, but that's just me. Actually, I shouldn't. I do like sapphires. I do. My birthstone is a sapphire. See? I'm wearing a birthstone right now. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so, Bonnie and Vegapunk are talking about Luffy? It is rather strange they both show up at the same tune. Same time, I mean. Okay? Okay. Okay, looks like the mini flashback is over. Ooh. Now the present moment. Yep. St. J. Garcia said, holding the body the way he's doing it. Okay. Present moment. Okay. Is Kizaru having second thoughts? Could he actually flip? By the way, when I say flip, I mean go from, on the antagonistic side to the protagonistic side, if that makes sense. Bad guy, good guy. Okay. Okay. Looks like the world's reacting to what's going on. Even the revolutionaries are debating what Kuma's going to do. Eva thinks that Kuma's going to go to Mary's Joie without a second thought, which he did, but not to charge it. Dragon thinks something else. Let's see. Okay. So Bonnie gets free, but only for a brief moment. Actually, no, she's not free. I thought that she was free. She's not free. Okay. Actually, let me go. Okay. I just want to make sure Luffy needs food. Okay. Someone gave Luffy food without Saturn knowing it. I think Kizaru might have done. I mean, Kizaru can move at the quote-unquote speed of light. I mean, he can move at the speed of light for One Piece standards. Anyone will tell you that if it was the actual speed of light, that would mean that literally every time Kuma moved, and every time he stopped, like, the force that would be needed for him to stop would be like that of an atomic explosion. I mean, people tend to underestimate how fast the speed of light really is. I mean, it's only 186,000 miles per second. Which, doesn't sound, which, actually, who am I kidding? It's exactly as impressive as it sounds. Okay. So it looks like Bonnie's age-based powers can't work on Saturn. Which, no. Saturn gave Bonnie that power? In an experiment on an infant? Okay. So, the way that Bonnie's power really works, according to Saturn, is it does allow the user to change their age. And it also allows for any kind of future. I mean, it's possible where, Bonnie's future could be really muscular. It's possible that Bonnie's future could be kind of withered and decrepit. But the more you know of the reality of what's in front of you, the narrower the future possibilities become. Okay, that makes sense. If you believe in Nika, you can become Nika, technically. But if the situation seems dire, you're not going to believe as much. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Wait, Saturn performed that experiment on Ginny? So the sapphire scales that Bonnie had, that were given her by her own mother Ginny, were because of an experiment that Saturn did to Ginny? Okay, I'm just going to say this right here. St. J. Garcia Saturn is truly the most vile, evil villain One Piece has ever had. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, every One Piece villain really became an antagonist because of the situation and circumstances around them. Even the otherworld nobles, they're raised to believe that they're allowed to do the horrible and heinous things that they're able to do. But they're brought up that way. St. J. Garcia Saturn has been alive for Lord knows how long. And he believes that everyone beneath him is an insect, and therefore he can experiment on them. Okay. Saturn, I really hope you get punched in the face. I really hope you get punched in the face. At least punch. That's the least he deserves. Okay? I'm being serious now. Okay? Uh-huh. Looks like Kuma's around on egg already. Okay. Okay. I think Kuma might actually be alive. Saturn just mentioned that he's dead because the whole cyborg thing, but I think Kuma might be alive. He's about to kill. Holy cow. It's actually become so hopeless, Bonnie thinks it's probably easier if she just dies. Oh, St. J. Garcia Saturn is about to go Bonnie. Kuma for the save. Kuma for the save. Yes. Okay. Okay. Kuma Saber. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so, remember how I said that St. J. Garcia Saturn deserves to get punched in the face? Kuma imbues his hand with hockey, and he's right about to give Saturn a punch in the face, and then the chapter ends. It's like Kuma throws the fist. Actually, it's Kuma's right hand, so it's like, and then St. Saturn's like, oh no. And then the chapter ends. Like, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, why must life be so cruel? Oh, man. Okay. There are three scenarios I see happening here. Actually, technically, yeah, three. Well, the first and most obvious one, Kuma throws the punch, it hits Saturn, and it's awesome. The other possible scenarios are Kuma's punch either misses or does nothing. Both of them are bad. But if it's the former, Kuma might actually be able to recover and throw another punch. Because, that's just how it is. But if Kuma's fist lands and it does nothing, that's worse. Because it's really going to show how not much hope there is. Okay. This is a great chapter to start the year on. I think within the next 3 months, we're going to be done with Egghead. So by the end of April. Because remember, January is a pretty dry month for manga chapters. I mean, we have a 2-week break again. We just had a break, so I know. But again, it's the holidays, and again, January for really all manga is pretty dry. So, yeah, this is a great chapter. Oh man, I can't wait for another 2 weeks. I really can't wait for another 2 weeks. I think we're gonna be in for something really special. But for now, I just have to say, well, I mean, the only thing I really could talk about also is the fact that the college national championship is today. I mean, hold on a second. I'll make one impromptu pick because today is the college national championship game. I don't know if I'll count it, but Michigan. I'm picking Michigan to win today. There you go. Now, I hope y'all like this video. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very homie this video. For all you guys who are watching, enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Oh, happy Monday, everyone. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we'll be here to lend you back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.